and welcome back to another episode here on Ballyspring. So we're in September now, and it is time to get a bit of seeding done. And a lot has changed on the farm since you last saw the farm. Now, you may question, why is there a class sitting here, and why is there a different seeder? Well, let's just say we became financially good and we bought these outright, because our old seeder was a bit too heavy for our tractors and a bit too powerful, and then the class was really to replace the 8630 or whatever it was. You know, the New Holland anyway that I said I was going to retire. So that is replacing that, and we've also put a front loader on it so it can do lots of front loader work for us, because that is the one place that we didn't really have, is a front loader. So hopefully that's going to help us. So that's going to be the first job, is actually going to do a bit of seeding, and that is going to be in our new fields. And I'll explain how we've managed to get it. So, the way we managed to get it was, we sold two of our big fields, so the two big fields down at the other farm, because I'm kind of expanding more at this farm now, since it's sort of the main farm. And we've bought a nice big field here, which has got a better soil type, so we're going to get more for our money. Right, now it's just time to get this out of here, because it is quite a wide seeder. 4 meters down these lanes are not the easiest, but hopefully we can make it work. So, I've never been to the field, but I believe it is just along here. And we are putting barley in this field as the first crop. But yeah, I've never really used class before. Dad was very surprised when I told him that we bought a new tractor. Well, of course he was surprised at that, because it's a lot of money. They're not cheap, these tractors anyway, but at the same time they're not as expensive as the other brands. So that is the main reason for going with class, because it was cheaper than any other brands on the market. This must be us here. But yeah, it's quite a big field. And it does look like the farmer previously has put some manure on it, and he's also ploughed it, so that's nice. But yeah, this tractor, it has 205 horsepower, so it's got a lot of power in it for what we're needing. Let's get turned on. There we go. Oh yeah, that's much better. This tractor's really running this well. Because our old seeder, it was struggling on the back of all of our tractors. I mean, I don't know what it'd be like with this tractor, but it was struggling. So this one's hopefully going to make a big difference. And it is the same size seeder, so we're not really losing anything. It was really just to get a better seeder, less weight and less power required. And this one was just perfect for us. And it was a good price, actually. The dealer gave us a very good price on both of these, the tractor and seeder, so yeah. But anyways, enough talking, and let's get on with it. Right, so that is us pretty much finished. Just this last little piece here. I think there's a couple of bits behind us that need to be seeded, but other than that, that is the field finished, which is good, because it's quite a big field now looking at it. I didn't really look at the size of it, but at the time of buying it was a very good deal for the soil types and the amount of land. But yeah, we had to sell 2 of our fields for this one, and we did have some money left over, so we paid quite a bit of the loan off. I think our loans went from 250,000 mortgage, sorry. It's went from 250,000 all the way down to 190. So we paid a good 60,000 off. So that is just amazing. I think we might come back to that field actually in a minute and do a bit of lime spreading, because that field there, I kind of want it to be a perfect pH levels and nitrogen levels. So we can get a really good yield out of that. I would also like to roll it as well at some point. I would also like to do a bit of mowing today, so we've got a lot to do. Ooh, right, this is going to get a bit tight. Hopefully I can just pull into the side here. There we go. But yeah, I'm planning on doing a bit of rolling, but I might do that at the end of the day because I would like to do a bit of mowing at the same time. So the mowing won't really take long because it's quite a big mower we've still got, so really won't take long. Right, where shall we put this? Not that shed, because it's got 3 items, which is quite a bit, and I don't really want to be blocking them in. But I can block this baler in for now, because I know I'm not going to be using it for a good minute anyway. And I am going to have to use that seeder again, because we've got another 2 fields down to the other farm to do, but they need to be cultivated first. So I might actually ask Dad if he can do that. If we give him one of the tractors, I might get him to go and do that. But yeah, I think the next job we'll do is the not fertilizing, lime spreading. So that is over here, the lime spreader. I don't know if there's much lime in this. No, there's really not. 608 litres, so we're going to have to go and fill this up. I don't know if we've got any lime around here, so what I might do is I'll head down to the store, I'll get this filled up, and I'll meet you back at the field. Right, so we've got the lime spreader all filled up now. It's pretty much the top according to the scales, which is good. So all we need to do is turn it on, and that should be us. Yeah, there we go. Lovely green colour, so hopefully this field will do well off of the lime and fertilizer when it comes to harvest it, but we've got a wee while to go anyway. We've still got to get through the winter time. And of course it depends on the weather conditions, so hopefully the crops will grow totally fine, and yeah. But yeah, this tractor's just been running like smooth as butter, not an issue with it. And you know what, as I said, we've not really used Class a lot as a brand, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because for a while we were quite brand loyal on the farm, kind of trying to stick around the New Holland Fiat Agri sort of tractors. But yeah, it's nice to try something new, and at least it's not on lease either, so we own this outright. So the John Deere did end up going back, and I basically said to them I would like to buy this tractor because I think it's a good fit for the farm. And we've got a front loader tractor out of it as well, so for me that's a good thing, because it's really handy, because instead of bringing the telehandler down to the field, it means I can just take the front loader on the tractor and the bale trailer, and we can pick the bales up much easier. So definitely makes a good difference. But anyways, enough chatting, more working. Right, so we've just finished the lime spreading, and it is looking pretty good. So hopefully we'll get a good yield out of that anyway. And now I think we might go and actually mow a field, and we'll come back to it. We'll come back and we will put some fertilizer on it, but I would just like to get the mowing done so the grass can start to dry out a wee bit, because it is quite wet at the minute. So that is the reasoning for doing the mowing first over the fertilizing, but we'll definitely come back to it. And one thing actually that I've been looking into is actually buying this lime spreader, because it's been such a handy thing to have on the farm. The only thing is it's going to cost us 45,000, and we don't really have that money at the minute. We still got a 190,000 pound loan to pay off. So yeah, I'm not really in a financial position after buying this tractor as well. I don't really want to spend too much money. And I believe this is episode 49 or 50 on Ballyspring, so it's been a long time since we first started out on here, and this was the first farm we started on. And then of course we switched to another farm anyway. And yeah, and we're pretty much back in our starting place. So I suppose it is true, you start where you end. Let's get hooked up to this, because we'll probably do the fertilizing straight after, and turn the beacons off. There we go. And we will use the Fent for this, give it a good run. Because we haven't really used the Fent too much recently since we had that John Deere. But I think it'll be good to use it anyway. Oh, I just remember we do have some silage bales to pick up in a field as well, so I might go and do that at some point. So it's not this field or that field, we're going to do the big field up the back here. Because it's in a really good state at the minute. There's no weeds, nothing, and I think the fertilizer on it's quite good as well, so we'll do that. As you can see, no weeds, and maybe a couple in certain places, but other than that, nothing at all. Right. There we go, lovely, all working well. Well, it seems to be anyway.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405, sing along to the radio. We're gonna make it someday, nothing's gonna get in our way. We will be the biggest band in town. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on a Saturday night. Oh, oh.
that is us almost finished the field. You may have noticed I switched the tractor over in the montage because I felt that the fan was struggling for some reason. I think it was because it was trying to shift up gears, so that was really slowing us down. And of course this is a CVT transmission, so it doesn't have to manually shift up gears because it does it for us. So it's a much smoother operation, this one anyway. But it does make sense because it's a much more modern tractor, to be fair. So that is the main reason, I would say, for it being a lot smoother. So let's move the fen out the way. You know what? I might actually use the Fiat on the fertilizer spreader to get that out of the shed, because we haven't really used that many tractors today since we're trying to test out the new tractor, make sure everything works in the correct order. And you know what? This air suspension seat is so much comfier than what I'm used to. I mean, the Fen does have an air suspension seat, but the fabric's a bit worn away now, so it's definitely not as comfy. Oh, Lely, come on. There we go. Right, let's just leave that parked there, and let's jump into our lovely Fiat, which needs a bit of paintwork really done to it, and a good old service. But this tractor has been here from the very start, so you would expect it to be a bit worn down. And to be fair, this tractor's never been serviced since we bought it. So I would say it's doing pretty well for itself. It's still got quite a bit of power in it. Yeah, I'll put one bag in if we can fit it all. Probably not, but we'll try to get most of it. I probably should have used the telehandler for realism, but oh well. Anyways, let's head over to the field and let's get fertilizing. Right, so we've arrived at the field now, so let's get the spreader turned on and let's get spreading, because we don't really want to be wasting time. And as you can see, lovely green colour on the nitrogen map, so that is good. Means we're going to get a very good yield hopefully out of the field. But as I said, we've got quite a while until it's harvest time, because we're only in September now and we still got another 2 fields to seed. Well, it's good to be cultivated first anyway and then seeded. So those 2 fields, they've got to be limed and fertilized and rolled. We've also got lots of grass to cut, and of course animals to sort, because we probably will have to buy some more animals in at some point when we get a bit of money, because it's always good to buy some extra when you can, because even though it doesn't look it, they do produce us quite a bit of money, especially on that milk. And then the beef cows, of course, they produce a lot of money on the cows themselves. So the cows are definitely something I want to keep focusing on and improving on over time, because we haven't really done much with the animals. It's sort of just been feed them every day and that's it. I would like to maybe go to the auctions or marts a bit more and kind of get an idea of the prices of animals at the minute, because I don't really know the actual price of them, because it tends to be Dad that does all that sort of stuff, the animal side of it, and I tend to just do the arable and grassland side. But anyways, this seems to be working well, so let's stop chatting and get on with it. Right, so that is us finished with the fertilizing, so let's get this parked up, I would just say, in here for now. Just so we're out of the way, because our next job is to go and pick those silage bales up in the field just down the road. because they've been sitting there for a wee while now, and they really could do with getting picked up and put in the shed. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the front loader put on, which is just over here. Let's get it hooked on, and then what we need to do is we need to disconnect the bucket, and we need to put on, I believe it's this one here. Is it? Yep, that's the one. And then we took up to the bale trailer, which is just over here. But see what I mean? This is so much handier than having to drive the telehandler down and all that sort of stuff. Put it on the back of here. And then by the time we get back, I won't even need to disconnect it because I can use the telehandler to offload it. So it's a good system to have. I don't actually know how many bales are in that field. I can't quite remember. But I remember it being one of the better soil sampling fields. So I think we got a decent amount of bales out of it. And I think we might actually sell the bales off as well, because we are about £15,000, but we could do with the extra money. So if I can sell them off, that would be good. Whoops, sorry. Just give him a wee toot there. Luckily I stopped when I did, otherwise that could have been a messy situation. But yeah, this field's here, which the grass has probably grown back in by now. Right, let's just take a nice wide turn. There we go. Perfect. And, oh yeah, there's quite a few bales in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position the trailer like this, so the bales roll into the front of the trailer. So if I was to put it the other way, they would roll off the back, but doing that, they'll hopefully roll into the front rack anyway. We'll shut the gate, and we'll get this on a good old time lapse, and yeah.
One more Saturday night, you're wearing them jeans so tight. I'll keep waiting for the perfect moment when you're dancing like that, with that shirt and that hat. God, I'll need just one more drink to calm down. Ooh, you know I need you. Oh, what can I do to reach you? Oh, girl, you're one of a kind. I just can't get you off my mind. And baby, we'd be unshakable. You and me would fit so fine. Just tell me how to make you.
Right, so I've sold all the bales off now. As you can see, we've got £77,000 in the bank. As you saw at the end though, I was starting to have issues with those bales. I think they were just a bit too big for this trailer. I think that's what the issue was. But at least they're gone now, they're sold off. We got some extra money in the bank, which I probably will put into the loan. Oh, I should have been paying more attention. Too busy talking to the camera. But yeah, we're going to try pay a bit more of the loan off, maybe another 50,000. Just so we can really get that loan down. So I think that would be, if we pay 50,000 on the, I keep saying loan, it's a mortgage really because it's on the farm. That would take us down to 130,000, which would be even better. Once we get to 130,000, that's when we roughly start knowing that we're going to pay it off quite soon, because if you think if we pay another 50,000, that takes us down to 80,000. To pay another 50,000, that takes us down to 30,000, and that leaves 30,000 to pay off, which once you get to that point, it's quite easy to do. And at this point, the farm is doing very well, so I don't really need to worry about not being able to pay that. And because I've paid so much of it now, the bank's not as bothered by me paying it monthly, so they're just like, pay us when you've got the money, sort of thing. which they normally wouldn't do, but because they've seen how well we've paid things off before, they're more than happy to. I think we'll use this tractor on the rollers. I can't remember where I parked the rollers. I don't know if they're actually at this farm or the other farm. So we'll have to do a wee hunt about. They might be in the shed over here. Yep, they are. Of course, they're in the grassland kit area. As you can see, we've got the weeder there as well. And I forgot about that straw. As well. So yeah, we're going to finish the episode off with doing a bit of rolling in that field that's been seeded, limed and fertilised today. So what I'll do is I'll end the episode, and then what I'll do is I'll put a wee montage at the end of me doing the rolling, because I don't know how long this episode's going to be, but I would say it's getting a bit long now, so I'll put it at the end in a montage. But yeah, I've noticed this class tractor doesn't really use much diesel for the amount of work it's done today. We're not even a quarter of the tank yet, so we're doing really well. It's saving us quite a bit of money, this thing. Right. Let's get this gate shut and then we'll end it there for this episode. We'll just end it next to the roadway here. So if you enjoyed this episode, please do like and subscribe, and also comment down below what you think of this series so far, and if you're enjoying it. If you'd like to join any of my socials, they are linked below this video. And if you'd like to share this video with anyone else, I would appreciate that as well. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.